won't get away this time.
Many new players take a very long time in the campaign, and regular players are looking for some advice to make that hours-long leveling phase shorter. I am here today to solve both of these problems. Hey everyone, my name is Scruffy. Me and the boys from UMMO are currently trying to overhaul and update all of our guides, and we're going to present you the last guides of Path of Exile that you will ever need. Starting today with part number 2 of our Path of Exile Masterclass, we are taking a look into leveling. I will walk and talk you through every single zone in Path of Exile and tell you some of the secrets that you might not have known on how to find the exit way faster than you previously did. We're also gonna help new players with a walkthrough that they can pause and play in the background whenever they need it during the campaign. We will start with a little bit of a new player advice and then go the fastest route for all zones from Act 1 to 10, with me quickly explaining the direction of each area, the objective to complete, and some secret advice that you might not have yet heard about. If you like these type of guides, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's hop into our Path of Exile Masterclass, leveling. Starting with our new player advice. Especially for players that have not yet done the campaign several times, it is important for me to state a few rules. Discovering every part of each zone is unnecessary. Killing all mobs in the zone is also not required. You surely can do that, but you would not watch this video to be fast in the campaign if you would. When you press tab, your minimap turns into a map overlay in the middle of your screen. You can adjust the transparency of it in the in-game options. When doing so, the current zone level will be displayed in the top right. Make sure to be around about the same level, up to 4 levels, lower or higher than the current zone. There is some interesting math around experience penalty, but for easier use, just remember 4 level. Make sure to pick up the waypoints in each zone. These will allow you to fast travel quick from town to there. Whenever you log out to the character selection screen and log in again, you will spawn in the latest town you have been in. This will allow you to quickly travel between different locations. We will make use of this technique a lot today. You surely could just place a portal scroll instead, but this could be a pretty valuable source, especially in the early acts. A portal scroll can be sold for wisdom scrolls that you might need at start. Also, every time you enter town, check the equipment vendor for a possible item of 3 or 4 links. Whenever your main damage scale is supported by 3 support gems, it will cause you to do a lot more damage. Today, I will tell you the fastest route for the campaign. If you're not able to keep up, that's fine, because you have only 2 rules to remember. You can open the world map by pressing U. You will see your current location and the possible zones you still can explore. Try to orient yourself in the direction that the world map points to the next zone. Here in this example, the next 2 exits are in the top right of my current location. I can now be pretty certain that I will be finding the exit to these zones in the top right of my current area. This will consistently hold true, with just really rare exceptions in where the randomly generated layouts of the area are just not in a good mood today. Another advice is that if your current zone is a dead end, meaning that it does not lead into another zone from here on, it usually means that there is a boss or quest objective to complete. This will also be consistently true throughout all 10 acts. Check the world map, orient yourself in the direction of the world map, and if it's a dead end, look out for a quest item indicated by an exclamation mark or a boss. If it's not a dead end, look for the exit to the next zone. If you stick to these rules and not strictly follow our guide today, you will still be infinitely faster in the campaign. Today will be a lot of information. This video is pretty long, packed with many things to process. This video shall be used as the ultimate leveling guide, so you might want to revisit it in the future or play and pause it in the back whenever you level yourself. We're now gonna look into every zone for all 10 acts. Most builds use different gems, so I will not include every town visit and turn in quests. Just make sure to also check the vendor whenever you visit a town, especially after leveling up 2 levels nowadays. And remember that you don't need to pick up any quests in town. Mandatory quests from towns will still be included in our route today. First zone, pick your weapon, kill the first enemy, and pick up your gem. Make your way to the top right of the zone and walk along the water. Don't kill any enemies, because you will be guaranteed level 2 as soon as you killed Hillock. After defeating him, enter the town. From here, we want to walk to the top right of the zone. Most of the time, the layout will go in the serpentine, meaning you go left, then right. This is like an S shape. Pick the waypoint and use the exit to the mudflats. Here, we pick up the 3 quest items to unlock the exit. The path between the quest items is connected with a little mud on it, but you probably will find the 3 quest items by just running into the exclamation marks on the minimap. We take the exit in the right half of the zone because the other one on the left would lead us to an optional quest, which we will skip. In the next zone, pick up the waypoint and teleport back to the coast, the zone after the town. Here we have another exit to pick, to the Tidal Islands. In the Tidal Islands, the boss is located on the opposite side. This area is a circle shape. You want to be level 4 when you encounter the boss in this area. Kill the boss and pick up the quest item. we log out and log in again to spawn in town. Do your business here and teleport to the furthest point, the submerged passage. Here would be 2 exits, but we want to find one specific. Look out for a bridge that leads over a cliff. The exit that we want will always lead over the bridge, and the other exit that we take later is always before this bridge. In the ledge, just walk, it's a narrow path. In the next zone, we want to walk north or northeast and make sure to not dash into the pack of mobs directly. Those could explode upon contact. You reach a lower prison afterwards. Pick the waypoint, and from here, we teleport back to the submerged passage. The layout might still be open if you were fast enough, and we now go for the exit that is before the bridge. In the flooded depths, a dead-end zone, we want to fight a boss. The layout of this area is in a diamond shape. Identify on what position, like top left for example, you have spawned in. Then try to reach the opposite side where you find the crab to kill. Log out and spawn in town again. Pick your quest items and teleport back to the prison. We want a Trial of Ascendancy here in this zone as well, before we find the exit. Make sure your minimap is opened as an overlay with tab and find the book on the map or green levers. This will always indicate a Trial of Ascendancy. After going through both the prison and the upper prison, you will encounter Brutus. Make sure your skills are linked together correctly and you spend your passive points. Pick your items up after Brutus, then log out and spawn in town. Use the teleporter to the furthest zone, the Prisoner's Gate. At the start, look for this ridge to jump over. This will indicate the correct path. In the ship graveyard, find the waypoint first for faster travel. Maybe you can already locate Fairgraves, but no need to talk to him now. In this zone will be 2 exits. One appears in the middle of the map, and the other one is a bit further, the same way you walk there. In the ship graveyard cave, the layout again is a diamond, but this time you spawn on the corner of a diamond, and find the quest item on the opposite corner. Don't kill the boss, and pick the quest item. Then you go out of the exit and back in the ship's graveyard, you travel further to the next exit into the next zone. You would take the waypoint in the next zone and then teleport back to the previous zone to the ship's graveyard and then talk to Fairgraves. After logging out again and teleporting back to the furthest zone, we are going to the final boss of Act 1. Here it's not an exact science, but follow the water and the bridges if you can see it. Continue the same strategy in the next zone and then fight Merve. From here we are in Act 2. Walk in the top left direction of the zone like your world map would indicate. From town we first go right and start from here. In the first zone, if you want, look out for the den. An optional zone, but rewards a second Quicksilver flask. If you walk into the den, follow and hug the left wall until you reach the boss to kill. And for all in Act 2, all roads will lead to the waypoint and objective of the zone. In the old fields, you can follow the road to the exit into the crossroads. In the crossroads as well, follow the road until you reach the waypoint. Don't forget to activate it, and we walk north first. In the Chamber of Sins, make your way into the middle of this area, where the room is a circle and you find the waypoint. The waypoint is always in line with the exit. From the middle of the circuit room, walk either west, east or south, depending on where the waypoint points to. In Chamber of Sins level 2, look out for the book that indicates the Trial of Ascendancy, and then find the long narrow path that will lead you to the quest item. After picking it up, log out and travel from town back to the crossroads. We now take the exit on the right. Here in the broken bridge, you can follow the road again until you find your first bandit. Kill or help him, depending what your build guide says, and log out afterwards. Travel from town again to crossroads and take the last exit in the south. Follow the road very long until it ends, then turn 90 degrees to the top and walk a straight line into the crypt. In the crypt, there's no need to pick up the quest item, but instead look only for the Trial of Ascendancy in level 1. Back in town, we go left this time. Follow the road to the waypoint and continue traveling to the left. In the next zone, follow the road again to the waypoint. The bandit in this zone always spawns on the same side as the waypoint when dividing it with the road in the middle. Keep following the road until you see a lit brazier and then walk from the road straight into the forest on that side to find Alira. Go back to the road and follow it to the left until you kill that boss, loot the quest item, and activate the emblem on the wall. Now, we go to the other side of the road in comparison to Alira and look out for trees with spider webs. Make your way through the Weaver's Chamber, kill the boss and log out to come back to town. Here we teleport left to the riverways and now find the north exit to the spot we have not yet explored. Walk a straight line in this zone until you find Oak. We do him last because he heals himself and I think the average player would struggle the most on him. After dealing with him, walk behind his little fenced area to find the waypoint. The exit to the next zone is close to that waypoint. The Baal Ruins is a difficult layout. Training this layout would help in the long run, but you can try to orient by running a Z or S shape. Never walk long paths in one direction, and the layout zigzags around looking like a Z or S, or in very rare cases a U shape. In the next zone, we want to walk far to the top or top right and skip the Dread Thicket. It would be an optional zone that we don't need. As soon as you reach the caverns, follow the wall with your right hand up to the next waypoint. With the waypoint, you can travel back to town, do your business with quests and gems, and don't forget to pick up the quest item from Eramir. The next zone layouts are once again in a diamond shape. You spawn in one of the corners of a diamond and try to find the opposite side then. Repeat this 3 times and kill the boss of the second act. Starting in Act 3, travel to the top left. On your way, kill the guards and don't forget to talk to Clarissa. After town, we travel from the slums to the right point of the world map, the crematorium. On your way, you will find the sewer entrance, which is locked for now. But anyways, you want to make sure to travel upstairs as much as you can. Stairs leading up will make you find the entrance to the crematorium faster. In the crematorium, look out for the Trial of Ascendancy on your map, and also defeat Piety here. Click the quest item afterwards and go back to town by either logging out, pick the sewer keys as quest rewards from Clarissa, and go there over the slums. In the sewers, you want to collect 3 quest items and then fight the exit. One quest item is located pretty early on the left side when you enter the sewers. The other 2 you find after the waypoint. The exit of the sewers is in the top of this area. The next zone is a marketplace. Here's an optional quest item that we would just skip to be faster. Find the waypoint, and after the waypoint you will find an exit to the catacombs. In the catacombs, you only have to find the Trial of Ascendancy. As soon as you found it, complete it and log out and teleport back to the marketplace. From here, look out for the exit to the battlefronts. In the battlefronts, the layout is always fixed. If you walk in the direction diagonally to 10 o'clock, you will find the waypoint. Next to the waypoint is a quest item to pick up. And then go to the docks. The entrance for the docks is always in the same location, a straight line to the top left from the waypoint. Look for the quest item in the docks. We do not need to talk to Fairgraves, therefore we also don't need the waypoint. You can use this zone to level up a bit if you're in the need of some levels. As soon as you're done, log out and teleport back to the battlefront. We're going now for the other exit, the Solaris Temple. The entrance to the Solaris Temple is far in the north, top to the top right in the direction from the waypoint. In the Solaris Temple, you want to find the exit to level 2 of the temple. You can try to follow the carpet. It's not a 100% exact science, except for the location here, where carpets cross and only lead in one direction. The carpet science kinda works also for the Solaris Temple level 2. Because you picked up the quest items before, you should be able to turn in all quests here in the Solaris Temple level 2, just behind the waypoint. You can use that waypoint to teleport to the sewers, where previously one of the paths were blocked. This is in the sewers just left of the waypoint, and you can walk through there now. In that next zone, the Ebony Barracks, don't forget to pick the waypoint and walk one straight line upstairs. Kill Gravicus on your way and continue to the Lunaris Temple. In the Lunaris Temple, following the carpet still kinda works as previously. In level 2, you want to find stairs again. These small stairs that lead upward will tell you that you go in the right direction. After 3 stairs, you find 3 broken cards next to the stairs. 2 on one side, 1 on the other. The correct way is where there's only 1 card. After picking up the tower key from Piety at the end of Lunaris Temple level 2, log out, and from town we teleport back to the top left to the Ebony Barracks. Almost 90 degrees from the waypoint to the right, top right, you find the exit to the Imperial Gardens. Here you can follow the road to the right to find the waypoint. In the top of this area, you will find another Trial of Ascendancy. After you completed it, you could start your first labyrinth. This will give you a lot of character power that you would prefer to have from here on. You can engage in that labyrinth by the portal in the town from Act 3. Anyways, you could also go to the library. There's a quest that unlocks a gem bender, if you really need one. This is only needed if your build guide tells you to get a certain skill gem in the library. Otherwise, in the right of the zone, you will find the entrance to the Scepter of God. As soon as you see these black cards, you know that you're on your right path. All layouts here are in a circle. The exit to the next layer is in one of the quadrants, if you imagine the circuit layout as in 4 quadrants. After you kill Dominus, we go to Act 4. You find the town in the top left. Always walk a straight line in that direction whenever you can. In town, turn left to the Dried Lake. Here, walk one straight line down to the right, then turn to the left. The boss you want to kill here is located next to one of the books, that minimap icon that you're already familiar with. Afterwards, go back in town and enter the mines. The exit to the mines can be found in the top left of this area. Click the sulfide on your way as well, just so Nico has his quest done, but that's not really necessary. Even though the mines are pretty narrow, maybe in level 2, just peek in one direction to maybe find an exclamation mark on your minimap. The crystal veins are also very narrow, just follow the path to the northwest. Pick the waypoint and go through one of the portals. The right portal is the Reso Stream. It's a very narrow path and only a few dead ends. Try to zigzag as much as you can. Next zone afterwards is the Grand Arena. Pretty easy, just follow my instructions now. After the waypoint, go left through that exit. Go straight in a line through the arena, then in the next hallway, we take the left exit again. Walk a straight line through the arena again, and you should now soon find the 3 bosses to kill them. After killing them, your path is open to the Reso, and you will also kill him for your first quest item. After that, log out and teleport back to the Crystal Veins and enter Kaum Stream. Just remember that this layout is a very long serpentine, going right, left, in a very long bow. But at start, stick to the right wall until you cross the bridge over that little lava fall. That ensures that you're on the right path. In Kaum's stronghold, you once again walk right, left, until you find Kaum. Defeat him, pick his quest item, and log out to to go back to the crystal veins. In the belly of the beast, you follow a very narrow path. Orient yourself to the northwest as indicated by the world map. Similar strategy in level 2. Talk to Piety after defeating him, then you will enter the harvest. Here you travel straight through the narrow path at start until you reach a waypoint. You must defeat 3 bosses to unlock the final boss of Act 4. One boss is located on the right side from the waypoint. One is located on the top left from the waypoint, and one is located in the bottom left from the waypoint. This will always stay consistent. After defeating all 3, go to the waypoint, talk to the NPC, and kill the final boss. After finishing Act 4, take the exit to the ascent in the right of the town of Act 4. Here in this zone, we travel north at first, jump over the ridge, and continue with the muddy path over the bridge. Further north to the right, you'll find a small way along the mountain. This indicates you're on the correct path. After that small path on the mountain, walk to the left to find the lever and the portal to the next zone. The slave pens always have the same layout. If you are already familiar with it, you will have an easy time. If not, you can always hack the left wall to find the way. This might not necessarily be the fastest way, but it's foolproof if you're not as familiar with this layout. At the end, kill the boss and enter town. In the first zone after town, you always have the same layout again. Travel straight in one line and then turn left. Jump into this arena type of area and jump out again wherever there are gaps in the fence. Travel straight again and then turn left again. Pick the quest item up and back in one straight line in the direction you came from. When you can't go any further, turn right and follow from here the narrow path to the exit. So to say, the whole layout made of one full circle, with the one quest item being in the far left and the exit to the far right. All other layouts in Act 5 are static and do not change, so let's quickly go through them. Oriat Square, you want to walk straight lines into the northeast. The Templar courts go in a full circle, so go as far diagonally to the right as you can, then walk a long circle clockwise. Chamber of Innocence is also a circular layout. Travel left counterclockwise in a large circle. You can also use this zone to level up as well if needed. There are always blue packs located in the corners of this area. Afterwards, you have to travel all the way back through the old zones. Torch courts are now having the same layout as before, just you have to walk it backwards now. Back in the ruined square, walk a Z shape to the top to find the waypoint. The ossuary is going a full circle, with the quest item located close to the entrance of the zone, but you have to walk in a full circle to get there. Back in the waypoint to the ravaged square, walk far left until you reach that big marketplace. Then walk south to find the reliquary. This area is a square shape, with its entrance in the top left corner of the square. There are 3 quest items to pick up, one in each other corner of a square. Once done, the last zone now is the cathedral rooftop. On the way from the ruined square, walk left again as before to the marketplace, but this time turn north. Yes, you could have also used the portal drop mechanic here. The cathedral rooftop is also always the same. Walk a straight line into the northwest and kill Kitaba. Remember, after this act you gain a penalty on your resistances, so check your gear. If your resistances are not high enough, you might struggle in the second half of the campaign. Act 6 to 10 are reused zones from Act 1 to 5, just playing in a different time in the world of Path of Exile. In Act 6, you could go back to the Twilight Strand and kill each mob. This unlocks another vendor for gems. You don't need this quest, and if your build guide told you to get gems in the library of Act 3, then you definitely don't need this quest here either. In the coast, stick to the right side of the zone and go to the top right corner. You might need to go up or down a little bit. We go again into the mudflats. Here, travel to the far right and kill the boss for the Eye of Conquest quest item. After picking up this quest item, go to the exit, which can be found in the north, in the middle of this area. Next area, you travel to the northeast, until you fight another boss in his own arena. Afterwards take the exit and travel again to the northeast. No large advice for the rich, just think the area as a long serpentine, long walks from one direction to another. The lower prison once again has a trial of ascendancy. Do that and then enter Chevron's tower. This is a very narrow layout, walk in a circle to the next layer. After killing her, walk to the next zone. Here we jump again down the ridge to find the boss area for the fire drinker. Lock out after killing him and teleport back to this area. And now we follow roads again like in Act 2. Follow the road here in the Prisoner's Gate, follow the road in the Western Forest, and follow the road in the riverways. When you find the waypoint in the riverways, walk a straight line to the top left and you will find the exit to the wetlands. The wetlands is a dead end, signalizing a boss to kill. Here, orient yourself on the left wall of the area. That leads you to the boss arena. Afterwards, we come back to the riverways. Now next in the riverways, continue following the road until it ends, then turn right in a straight line for the next exit. Here in the Southern Forest, stay on the right side of your screen. Sometimes you can leap over to the next island already, but if not, follow the small bridges and still stay on the right side of your screen. Next zone is the Cavern of Anger. Stay again to the right side of your screen. Next zone, the beacon, is also to the right, but you might need to go south first before the path continues just to the right. In the Brine King's Reef, follow one of the walls. The correct path will be an L or V shape. In Act 7, the first zone you go into is the Broken Bridge. The road will still lead you to the exit, but there's a quest item in one of the ruins here in this area. Crossroads again, follow the road to the waypoint. We go south first. The Feltry ruins follow again the road, like in Act 2. 90 degrees to the top right, as soon as you see the pillars of ruins here. Crypt is once again very similar. Start with the Trial of Ascendancy here in level 1, but then find the exit to level 2. And at the end of level 2, you pick up your quest item. Back teleport to the crossroads, we go north to the Chamber of Sins. Same old, same old. Find the middle of this area, where the room is a circle. There's a waypoint, an NPC and a map device. Talk to the NPC and put the previously obtained quest item into the map device. In this map, 3 segments are separated by little bridges. After crossing 2 bridges and reaching the 3rd segment, the boss is located in the top left. Log out after killing him and picking the quest item up and teleport back to the Chamber of Sins. Talk to the NPC and find the exit here. It's the same as in Act 2, just follow the way that the waypoint is facing to. In Chamber of Sins level 2, do another Trial of Ascendancy and find again the narrow path leading this time to the exit into the den. The den is narrow, just walk through it. In the Ashen Fields, follow the road to the left and kill the boss there. This leads you into the Northern Forest. Don't forget the waypoint, we have to come back here again. The exit is in the north of this area. Up next is the causeway. Walk a zigzag in long strokes and jump over the water whenever you can. The Val Ruins is a very annoying zone and everyone hates it. The exit is located in a square that is surrounded by walls and these have only one entry. I have a great advice for this. Whenever you walk into the Val City and going straight would lead you into a cliff, then orient yourself to the right side of this area. Walk first left, then diagonally right, because the correct way into the center will be open on the right side. If there's no cliff after entering the Val City, the wall gap will be on the left. Therefore, we would walk diagonally left and after a long way, turn into the middle. You might already see the waypoint from here, indicated on the minimap. Pick the waypoint and go back to the Northern Forest. Here, hug the left wall to find the entrance to the Dread Thicket. In the Dread Thicket, you want to pick up 7 fireflies along your way. There's also a boss area indicated by a door on your map. You should go there too. After you finished your business in the Dread Thicket, we log out and teleport back to the Val City. The Temple of Decay is again a diamond shape, with the exit being on the opposite side than the entrance. This works in all layers of the zone. After Act 7, you should do your second Trial of Ascendancy, or even earlier, after finding the last Trial of Ascendancy in Act 7. The Zaan Ramparts is the first zone of Act 8. Walk a long way to the right, along the big wall. Enter that door, then walk far left again. Pretty narrow. The first zone is the Toxic Conduits. Whenever you enter, look for a little pile of poop on the floor. This tells you if you should go up or down. Walk in the direction the poop is shifted to. After the boss, we go to the right side. In the quay, hug the left wall until you find the little bridge. This leads you to the first quest item. Then continue traveling further down as much as you can. There, you find the resurrection site either on the far left or far right. Complete the quest in here by killing the boss, and then go out and travel to the Grain Gate. In this zone, you sometimes can get lost quickly. Always look for the entrances where a dead bloody corpse lays on the floor. This will always be the correct way. Don't forget to kill the mini-boss on your way in the middle of this area. In the Imperial Fields, there's nothing to do, just go straight in one line to the top left. In Solaris Temple, first you want to find the waypoint. Follow the left wall. This is the wall where your character touches with his right hand, and you will find the waypoint really quick. Travel then further in that direction to find level 2 of Solaris Temple. Level 2 is fairly narrow. Follow the carpet and don't go into smaller side rooms, just follow the carpet in a long hallway. Defeat the boss at the end and loot his quest item. Log out afterwards and teleport back to the waypoint in the Solaris Temple. Travel the last remaining way down into the Solaris Concourse. The layout is the same as in Act 3. Travel to the middle of it in a straight line until you find the waypoint. To the left will be the next exit. In the Harbor Bridge, there will be the boss later on of Act 8, but for now just travel across, it's a very narrow path. In the Lunaris Concourse, travel a straight line, pick the waypoint, and travel further in the same direction to the Lunaris Temple. Lunaris Temple does not have 2 exits like the Solaris Temple, so this time just follow the carpet to the waypoint, and then into level 2. Similar as in Act 3, find the way that has stairs leading upwards. After 3 stairs, this time instead of broken carts, you encounter flower bouquets. The set with only 1 instead of 2 is the correct direction. After killing the boss in level 2 and taking his quest item, we log out and teleport back to the Lunaris Concourse. From here, 90 degrees to the left, you find the exit to the bathhouse. In the bathhouse, you want to look for a Trial of Ascendancy, which is often located in the top right of this area. The quest item in this area is located in the middle, and the exit to the High Gardens is located in the top left of this area. High Gardens is a very narrow path, follow it along and kill the boss. Afterwards, we've done our business in Act 8 and teleport either to the Solaris Concourse or the Lunaris Concourse and travel to the Harbor Bridge. Here in the middle is the boss room. Activate the statue and defeat both bosses to unlock Act 9. In Act 9, Blood Aqueduct is a great place to farm additional XP if you're in the need, otherwise travel as far to the top left as you can. The descent is the first zone after town. The exits here are always located in a corner of the area, like in the top right or bottom left. The Vastiri desert is pretty big. The fastest way I found is to first travel almost in a straight line from the entrance to the bottom, then turn 90 degrees to the right. You should encounter the waypoint already. Then go further in the same direction as before, and if you did not find the quest item here in the bottom right, travel diagonally to the top left again. You should have found the quest item here at last, and the exit is also here in the north. In the foothills, go a straight line until you hit the wall and can't go further the same way. Then turn left and you should find the waypoint. The entrance to the boiling lake is next to the waypoint, so we go in there. In this zone, travel north, maybe northeast, to find the boss to kill. Log out and teleport back to the foothills. From that waypoint, we travel to the left. On your way, there will be a boss to kill. Just be aware when the quest appears in the middle of your screen saying kill Boulderback. In the next zone, here in the tunnel, you want to complete the Trial of Ascendancy. It might be a very narrow path, but try to jump over to other platforms whenever you see some. In the quarry, there are 2 other areas with bosses for you to kill. One exit is always on the right, and the second one is either in the left or in the top right. But first, you want to pick up the waypoint here in the middle of the area. One of those 2 exits is a new area, the refinery. In here you want to travel up and to the right. You can follow the train tracks to get there, but only follow the tracks that lead you to the top and right. Afterwards, go back to town and talk with Sin and the quest NPC next to it until you receive the Bottled Storm. With this, go back to the Vastiri desert and straight north. You will find the exit to the oasis. Here, follow the right-hand wall and enter the sand pit to defeat the Scorpion. Afterwards, we are back in town and travel to the quarry again. From here, we enter the belly of the beast. It's a maze. Just try your best to find the exit quick. No hidden technique here. Afterwards, we need to kill 3 bosses to activate the last boss. Use the portals that Sin opens. Here, the paths are always very narrow, and I have nothing more to say about Act 9. In Act 10, most things are similar to Act 5. After town, we go left first, where Kitava previously was. Kill the mobs and talk to the NPC. Afterwards, we travel in a straight line to the bottom right to enter the Ravaged Square. After entering the Ravaged Square, place a portal with a portal scroll. From here, we travel straight left and follow that way until a small opening appears. Go in there and enter the control blocks. Activate the waypoint and teleport over that waypoint back to town. Here, you can use your previously placed portal to go back to the Ravaged Square. Now, travel over this little marketplace here and take the second way you encounter that leads you to the top right. Not the first one, but the second one will lead you over a bridge and you follow that way to the waypoint. In the ossuary, imagine this layout as a square where you have to travel around in circle. One of the corners will have another large square attached to it, looking like an 8, where you will find the quest item and the Trial of the Ascendancy. Back in the Ravaged Square, you want to go to the bottom right this time, into the Torched Courts. This layout and the ones afterwards is similar as in Act 5. The Torched Courts are once again in a circle, walk diagonally to the right, then back to the bottom left, and then clockwise. The Desecrated Chamber are once again a great leveling zone for you. Walk counterclockwise, again in a large circle to find the boss, and plenty of magic packs. Once done here, we teleport again to the control blocks. You want to orient yourself to the left. Whenever you encounter this middle path again, don't forget to jump down and up wherever the fence is broken to reach the other side. Continue traveling further left to kill the boss. Once done with the boss here, make sure to complete your last labyrinth for your 6th Ascendancy point. And then afterwards, it's Kitava time. Talk to the NPC in town of Act 10. Then teleport to the middle of the Ravaged Square. The NPC is located now almost next to the waypoint and opens the last zone. This first zone is pretty narrow, but my advice to not get lost is to walk over the bridges whenever you see one. The second layer is walking a straight line to the top left. Now you're gonna kill Kitava, earn yourself another penalty on resistances, and you can finally enjoy the endgame grind of Path of Exile.